Hey guys, I'm just out in the woods today. I thought I'd come out and look for some spring edibles. There's lots of good things in the woods to eat, lots of things that aren't very good to eat, and there's some really neat things that start coming up here. It's in the end of April right now. Pretty soon there's going to be lots of wonderful things that we can eat in the woods. So I thought I'd share that with you today. Now it's really important that we identify things properly when we're looking for things to eat in the woods. And I've got a few books that I usually like to refer to. And I usually refer to a minimum of 2 books just to make sure I've got the right plant that I'm eating. And obviously you may want to go out with someone who's quite experienced with things to eat in the woods before you do so yourself. A couple of books I'd like to share with you. This one is particular to my area. It's called The Forest Plants of Central Ontario. And it's written by Chambers, Legacy, and Bentley. And it's really good because it has all the things organized by shrubs and herbs and does some ferns at the back. Now all the plants in here are not edible, but certainly it helps you with identification and tells you some plants and their uses. So I'll just show you, some of the pages here. There's some nice drawings and sketches as well as the actual color photographs and general description of the leaves, flowers, fruits, and the habitats, of course, where you're going to find a lot of your plants and certainly your edibles as well. So I like this book. Another book that I use specifically for determining the safety of wild plants is this book called The Edible Wild Plants by Thomas Elias and Peter Dykman. And it's quite a good book. It organizes things by season. So if you're looking for things to eat in the spring, you just look through the spring section and it discusses that. And gives some little recipes in there as well and sort of location maps. So I'll just show you what that looks like. So here we've got wild garlic and the wild leek. And today, it's timely that I switched to this page because we're going to be looking for some wild leek, and I'm actually sitting in a patch of it right now. They're very tasty. So this book, it tells you certainly, there's lots of different codes here for what you can do for cooking them. And goes on through the season. There's quite a huge section for spring actually, and there's autumn. Certainly getting into lots of the berries and that in summertime. Here we've got the raspberry there. If you want something to carry around in your pocket, this one here I just sort of picked up at Chapters a while back. I don't use it as much, but it's quite good. It's the Folding Pocket Guide to Familiar North American Edible Wild Plants. So it's got a quick key right here. It organizes it in nuts and seeds, fruits and berries, roots and tubers, leaves, stems and stalks. And then also has a neat little section here on some of the poisonous plants as well. So you should really familiarize yourself with those. So today, throughout these deciduous hardwood forest area, it's quite common to see wild leek and trout lily. These things are some of the first plants to come up during the spring season. Wild leeks have been historically over-harvested in this area, so I typically don't like to mention exactly where I am to find them because they can get overpicked. You don't really want to overpick a wild edible when you find it because you want to, share some with the rest of the wildlife out there as well as other people that may want to enjoy it for years to come. So let me show you a little bit of a close-up of some of the edibles that I found today. So the first wild edible I'm looking for today is trout lily. I'll just show you what it looks like right here. It's an elliptical green leaf and it's got that mottled purple pattern to it. So as you look through the leaf litter here, you can see it all over. I'm going to get some of those today for some salad. I should mention I'm not an expert in wild edibles, and you should always, always, always reference proper books, at least 2 to kind of identify and know what you're looking at, and obviously working with someone who knows what they're doing in terms of wild edibles. It's my little disclaimer. Trout lily sometimes can cause nausea and vomiting if you eat too much of it. It is an emetic. So certainly if you wanted to try it, you wouldn't want to eat a whole lot of it at one go, just in case you're one of those people that it does make sick. In small amounts though, some people can tolerate it in a salad. All right, so I'm going to try to dig this one out. The tubers are really far down there. The corms are really far down there, so just gonna loosen up the soil around it. And gently go looking for it. A bit of an art to this. Ah, getting there. There you can see where the corm is. Those are tasty. Don't want to damage it. There we go. Excellent. So when you eat the corm, you peel back the little papery skin there, and you can eat that. There you go. It's not a very big little morsel, but we'll give it a whirl. Oh, that's really good. Really starchy. I'm gonna have another one. The next wild edible that I'm looking for today is the wild leek. And here we have a very nice stand of it. So these long green leaves here. And when you get down right close to it, it really smells, well, garlicky and leeky. So I'm going to pick a bit of that today for some salad. You can see there's a fair bit of it around here. All right, so I guess what I'm going to do is just to start picking some of these wild leeks. They're also called ramps. And some of them I'll take the bulb as well, but I'll try to leave a lot of them, with bulbs just so that we can, repopulate the area and keep it going for next year so that it's enjoyable for everyone, including the local wildlife. So what I have with me here today is I've just got like a little baggie to help collect my salad. Today I'm going to be collecting the trout lily and the wild leek. Just going to take them off here at the base. I've got like a little knife. I'm really not going to harvest more than 10% of any little location because I just don't want to, mess up the stand for the future. Like I said, in Eastern Ontario and Quebec, they've really been over harvested. They're really nice at this time of year. They're very succulent. You can really smell that garlicky, leeky kind of smell to them. That's, for sure, when you've identified them properly and you're harvesting them, if you can smell that smell. Another spring edible here is the dandelion. So it's not in bloom yet, but you can definitely see the leaves here. Make a really nice addition to a salad. Here we have some strawberry leaves. Those are good fresh or dried. You can boil them and make tea. Show you a bit of the area that I'm in. Look at all the trout lily down here, my goodness. All down in here. I'm also looking for some fiddleheads as well. Those are found by sort of water. We're looking for the ostrich fern fiddlehead. Don't see any just yet, but I'm going to keep looking around. Some other pretty neat plants I'm finding today. Here you can see that is a trillium. It's a favorite of deer to eat. That's the Ontario's provincial flower. You can see one here. You can see one here that's actually got a bloom on it. Here's a beautiful red flowered trillium. You can see that. Just gorgeous. They're usually red or white. Sometimes they can be a little speckled with pink. I think that has something to do with, if they are infected with something like a know if it's a bacteria or a fungus, that can change the color of the flower. These are gorgeous. Here's another beautiful white flower. This is hepatica. You can see the leaves there resemble the lobes of a liver. Another flower that I wanted to show you, another plant in this area, is called bloodroot. This one, the roots are extremely poisonous. And you've got this beautiful white flower on there. And there we have my little harvest for this morning. Some wild leek and trout lily, and I got a beautiful little trout lily flower for my salad. Again, just enough for me. Don't want to over harvest anything. There's still lots and lots of this stuff in the woods. Here's a bunch of the marsh marigold. It's all lining this little stream here. And also I'm looking around, you know, for fiddleheads sort of by the water, and I am starting to see a few come up. Just gonna go, this is sort of last year's, you know, ferns. And here we go. There's little tiny fiddleheads right here. So I usually pick them, you know, when they're about 8 inches or so. So got a little ways to go. But they're starting. So this plant here is definitely not an edible. It is a blue flag iris. They're beautiful flowers. You can see they've got these very flat and spiky leaves. And it's in this sort of area here by this stream. So they tend to be very toxic. So beautiful to look at, but certainly nothing you would want to eat. There's a few of them actually in here. If I look over here, there's a couple in here, and a larger one kind of in under here. Really cold little butterfly. All blue, but he's cold. Cold and tired, so he's not flying anywhere. You can see that. Ooh, gorgeous. Hello, little buddy. Probably too cold to open his wings to show you, but there's a beautiful indigo blue on his back. Just gonna put him back here, maybe near a flower for some pollen. Something to eat. Warm up, little buddy. There you go. Oop. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Great. And this is blue cohosh, or cohosh. So you can see the little compound leaves there. It has a purpley, I'm going to appreciate a purpley greeny kind of color to it. The leaves aren't completely unfurled, but it's kind of everywhere in this woodland. That's pretty neat. I think people used to use the roots of this to induce rapid childbirth, so I don't think it's something I would eat, but it has been used in the past as a medicinal plant. All right, guys, I hope you liked that little tour of the woods there. Some beautiful spring edibles and just in general spring flowers coming up. As always, have a great week. Talk to you soon.